Okay, welcome back to another round. I'll show you what I did. Let me zoom in. Okay, let me tilt this, lock it. I got that piece welded in. It is shallower in height or depth than this side. This side I'm going to cut, shorten it. What I'm doing now, what I said, is I took, excuse me, I took one of these plugs. You see I drew a circle? That's the plug from the circuit breaker box. And what I did was I cut it down. Hello. Cut it down, got it stuck on my magnet. Next, everything's set up again. That doesn't do it all. Is I'm going to stick it in this hole. That's where I had the hood release cable. But it would be right in the middle of this cold air intake vent. So I got to relocate it. So I got to fill that hole back in. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. Yeah, I'll line this up so that my magnet's half on it and half on the core support. Line it up. It looks flush. Oops. Give it a quick tap on my magnet. Nice and flush. Now I'll tack it two other places and then I'll weld it in. Now a matter of grinding it down. Got a hole done. Set the bumper up here because I got tired of looking at it. Been debating, they have this knockout on each side of the core support. Been debating if I should just take that out, grind it down a little bit, put it back in and weld it in flush. But if I do that on that side, it's already painted on the back side and I don't want to mess with that. The other thing I did was I welded this seam in last here. So I didn't want to put seam sealer in there. So that's done. Next I gotta stick the drill shell up here. Find out exactly where these comes through to here and at what level is the bottom of the grill shell. I'm assuming it's about here, like so, because there's the bottom bolt hole. But that's not to assume, because the light should be down lower. So I did weld these ovals holes shut with some filler pieces like I just did this. And I realized earlier today I probably shouldn't have done that, because that's one of the mounting points for the valance, like this one is. But it also has this one here on each side. And that's for the inner fender well bolts. here, here, and here. So yeah. I don't know, I'll figure that out when I get there. So I'm gonna grab my grill shell, stick it up here, see what it looks like. There. It's kind of a pain. Kind of surprised that I'm actually getting to this stage. Kind of nice. Good feeling. Been a long time coming. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, that bolts to the fender, that's right. Dang it. Well, that's way off. This one's not as far off. Alright. At least this hole, the depth looks like it's right. It's going to end up coming clear back here. And this one. Same thing. Alright. Still lined up. Oh, that's right. Get that. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's better than I thought. So that worked out. By the time I cut this one back, it'll fit right in there. Cool. Can't believe I'm getting to this stage. It feels so good. So this one I can fill in more, which is awesome. Make a template of that. Yeah, this will work. My marker. Happy. Just line it up on that edge. All right. It looks like the same shape, so cut that out. It says there's a hammer there. There they are. Man, feels good to be setting that grill shell up there finally. Seems like a long time coming. This way. Oh, that's gonna look cool. Just a little bump. Nice. Trim just a little bit off right there. Not much. Alright. Wash and refill. That's what this is. Just keep going until you get it to the right shape. And you do it on steel. Pretty darn close. I knew that mark was off. Darn it. Alright. And then that'll button right up against the back of the course board. So, that'll be perfect. Plus an eighth of an inch there. I'll add a quarter. Alright. Little crescent moon. This piece will get welded to the grill shell. See what happens. Oh yeah. Good. I like that. Good. Tweak those two inside corners a touch. A little angle. Clear the welds. There you got it. One filler piece. Now I'll put it on the steel. Clean this all up. I can weld that side in. Let me get my other marker. And I can mark how much is going to be cut off. Just treasure up there. Marker up. this one, I'll cut to the inside of my line, so I don't cut too much out. I still have to put a filler piece on this side. It looks pretty darn good. I'm happy with it. Harder than it looked. Well, I can't cut that yet because I gotta shorten that one up. Alright. Well, I'll bring you back when I get this one shortened up. Get this one ready to weld in. And we'll go from there. Okay. As you can see, I put a piece of yellow tape on there. It's 3/4 inches wide. I'm going to start out with taking that much out. It's going to be a challenge because of this bump out to make this inside cut. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and cut this outside piece first, and then I'll come in and cut that. Probably could get in here with my body saw. When I go to weld it back together, it's going to have some shaping because this outside cut's a little bit narrower because of the radius. So, paint fingers. Truck traffic today, just side by side. Alright, now I got a clean edge cut on. Get my stitching cord here. Grinder and put a cutoff disc on it. Hearing protection. All right, here we go. That was a jelly. Deeper that. Oops. Sorry about that. Didn't realize my hose was wrapped up on it. There we go. Sorry. It's about the same depth, so that's good. It's one of them days. I don't know why I carried that all the way over here. It's going in the scrap. Let me get my ruler out. Okay, where'd that go? Yeah. Just had it not that long ago. Oh well. I don't see it. So I'm gonna call it good. Got tacked in. And ready to go. Back together, I should say. Welder hook back up. Got this window. Dang, it's cold. Weatherman said 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. Sounds like it's a lot more than that. Okay. I was going to do it. Sadly. At least it wasn't the pointy side up. Now, we're almost attacking. Start right there in the middle. skunk. Man. Alright. Nice, it is actually about the same. Try to close its gap over on this side. Okay. Now go back and weld it all in. Clean it up. Go from there. Yeah, the welds on this one over here, not as nice as I did on this side. I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, I'm not going to keep you watching me welding. Oh, excuse me. So, I'll come back later. Okay, I got that side over there all cut and welded back together, ground down. I'll hold the grill shell back up there. See how it looks now that that's shorter in depth. This was actually good for me because good idea. Oh yeah, how I made this top plate to work. It's much better now. I do need to trim that off a little bit. I'll bring you over and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is why I made the template for a filler panel on this side. To fill that. I do need to trim a little bit off over here and make a filler panel for this. And now I can weld it into this. I gotta hammer this back down. You can see how it kicked up on me from before. So yeah. Alright, moving right along. Excuse me. Back up here. Get my marker again. Alright. Try and get that hammered down a little bit. If I can. it off the truck. Alright. So, you've seen me you've seen me make patterns before. Cut them out, weld them in. So, that side's ready to go. Need to make that notch, that hammered out, and then I can make the pattern for you. And go from there. So, I'll stop here for now. Okay, as you can see, I cleaned most of the old primer off the grill. I got both patch pieces cut. That's the driver's side. And this one's the passenger side. This one's going to be fun to weld in because it's so small. But before I do that, I want to try and get a mark on the core support where the bottom of the frame or grill is, so I know how far down I can come to put my air vents, because they're going to come out right here. So there'll be a small scoop on each side right here. So let me turn that radio off. So yeah, and mark that real quick. Alright, so now I'll know how far I can come up with or down to come with the scoops. So the top edge will be right at the bottom. Had to shut everything up. This dang wind is going nuts. About broke my walk-through door off the hinge. So yeah. Alright, yeah, I've really gotten sidetracked today. I should have taken these inner pieces and directed them that way instead of just straight in. I don't know. When I work on the grill, maybe I'll do that. There's areas like here I gotta make adjustments on both sides. Well, this side mainly. And then, for those that haven't seen it, this will be my floating grill bar. Which sits back in there. So yeah. And that'll be it for that. Almost look like a snake skin. I haven't seen any snakes around here. Alright. That's my last time putting that up there for now. I am going to go ahead and tack weld those pieces in. Do it while it's up there. Tack them in, take it off, then I can figure out my tubes for my cold air intake and go from there. So, and I did say On my last video that I did have a surprise. I will show you what that is. Let me do this real quick. That's what the stock wheel, or the wheels, look like now. Of course, it's dirty and need polished. But I decided to go ahead and take care of it. Paint them to match the truck. I think that looks a lot better. It's easier on the eyes, more appealing. I've got a couple spots I gotta lightly scuff it up and reshoot it. So, yeah, that's it. I think this will be my video for the week, unless I'm able to do something between now and my surgery. So, okay, so I've been busy today. I got the top piece welded in. Just got done fabricating the next piece of the puzzle to come down. I've got to meet that blue line level, and that'll be the top of the air scoop for the cold air intake. I'm going to have to put a riv nut back up in here, coming through this way for the fender well bolt, like that one. So I'm going to have to bring it the other way too. Yeah, now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to transition from this shape into an oblong shape and turn. Something I have to figure out. But yeah, this has been kind of tricky, trying to figure this out. I'm thinking I'll rivet this to the core support. I'm not really sure. Like I said in my video for the week, I don't want to weld anything on that side because the inside of it's already all finished and painted, top and bottom. So, where this side is bare metal. So, yeah, this is the hole I got to put a riv nut in. There's a fender bolt, or inner fender bolts here, here, and up here. So, anyways, that's what I've been working on today. The wind's blowing like crazy. It's already 8:45, so I'm going to call it a day. I've been out here since 11:30, I think. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I'm out of here. So, I'll go ahead and sign off now. Thank you for watching. Have a good week. Stay safe and be blessed out there. Until next time. Bye.